Hey, what's going on, everybody? This your man, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, where you watch my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, did a stream last night and looking into a little more details about this story about the 6-year-old who shot his teacher at the school. You know, it ain't much more detail, but it just a little bit more what's going on. And I'm going to let you hear this video first. And then I'm going to read you something that I saw in the article that I picked up, okay? Those are the slide images of the area that it happened in. And let me pull this up for y'all real quick. And let's see. Right, and have a listen, and then I'll read you an article that I found.
Alarming new details. We're learning about a shooting at an elementary school in Newport News, Virginia. Police say a 6-year-old boy, a first grader, somehow got a hold of a gun and opened fire at his teacher, critically wounding her. ABC's senior investigative reporter Aaron Katersky is here. Aaron, good morning to you. Police say this was not an accidental shooting.
They didn't explain what it was, but they did say, Janae, it is not an accident. And in a country inured to gun violence, what happened at that elementary school in Newport News, Virginia, is truly stunning.
Teacher shot.
This morning, a 6-year-old boy is in custody and a teacher is in critical condition after a shooting at Rich Neck Elementary School.
I'm in shock, and I'm disheartened.
Female victim, she's been shot in the abdomen as well as through and through into the hand.
Police said the 6-year-old brought a handgun to a first-grade classroom and deliberately shot the teacher.
This was not an accidental shooting.
The school locked down. Officers swarmed in, trying to calm terrified students and bewildered parents.
Instantly, my heart dropped because I'm thinking of the age of these children and what they possibly were going through at that time.
The president of the American Federation of Teachers describing the event as a horrific tragedy, adding that guns shouldn't be in our classrooms, our campuses, or anywhere near our schools. Police did not say how someone so young had access to a gun, but the school superintendent said it represented a breakdown in values.
We need to keep the guns out of the hands of our young people.
There's no school at Rich Neck Elementary on Monday while authorities figure out both how to prevent this in the future and whether the student was known to be a troubled child. The most critical question, though, Whit, how the gun wound up in the hands of a little boy. Whit?
That is the question. Such an upsetting story. All right, Aaron, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube.
All right, guys. As always, that give them their credit. That's ABC News. I got that video off for YouTube, okay? Again, tragic situation. I didn't know. That's one thing I did not know where she got shot at. And to hear that, wow, you know, makes the situation even crazier, you know. Okay, to get into this a little bit more deeper, as we're looking at this article, no students was injured in the shooting. The teacher in her 30s, and they say now her injuries is life-threatening. And her conditions had improved somewhat. You know, so it sounds like she may be okay. I hope she'll be okay. The teacher and the student had known each other in the classroom setting. And somehow this boy had his handgun in the classroom. God, I'm just scanning through this. I'm just scanning through this real quick. Of course, that ain't provide further details into it yet. A woman by the name of Jocelyn Glover, son is in the 4th grade. She had got a text from the school stating that one person was shot and another one was in custody. She said her heart stopped. She was very nervous, just wondering if that one person was her son. I can imagine everybody probably thought it was their child. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting. The police chief did not specifically address questions about whether authorities were in touch with the boy's parents, but said members of the police department were handling the investigation. We have been in contact with our Commonwealth attorney, local prosecutor, and some other entities to help us best get service to this young man. Newport News is a city of about 185,000 people. Excuse me. It's southeastern Virginia, known for its shipyard, which builds the nation's aircraft carriers and over U.S. and other U.S. Navy vessels. The school had about 550 students who are in kindergarten through 5th grade, according to the Virginia Department of Education website. School officials had already said that there will be no classes at school Monday. Virginia law does not allow 6-year-olds to be tried as adults. In addition, a 6-year-old is too young to be committed to the custody of the Department of Juvenile Justice if found guilty. A juvenile judge would have authority, though, to revoke a parent's custody and place a child under the purview of the Department of Social Services. That's the part I want to get to. So, if they decide to do it, a juvenile judge will have the authority, though, to revoke a parent's custody and place a child under the purview of the Department of Social Services. Okay. Let me say this right here. Tragic accident, it is. Well, they say it was no accident. Tragic event. Let me say it like that. Tragic event. And for the life of me, and I'm pretty much sure for the life of y'all, how did he get this gun? Could it be another case as the 10-year-old who knew where the gun was at? He was able to get the key and unlock the box and go in there and get it at his own will, or what not? How was he able to get this gun? And to bring it to school, and it still puzzles me, is they say it was an altercation between the teacher and the 6-year-old. And like I said in my stream last night, what is a 6-year-old doing arguing with a grown-up, and what altercation can a grown-up get into with a 6-year-old? But I guess it is possible, depending on what the circumstances is. But, you know, you would think at this point or this time of age, hey, you disrupted my class, you go down to the principal office, which could be what may have been the case. This boy or whoever did this, because I don't think if they said it was a male or a female, but I think it's, not that I remember now, you know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But however, though, maybe they could have tipped the jar over when the teacher said, go to the principal office, I'm not going to argue with you. Okay? Could be one of those situations. But I seen a lot of y'all say yesterday when I did the live, you know, this starts at homes, and I agree with you. You know, because we have seen so many times when it comes to these students go tell their parents, and the parents don't listen to what the teacher side of the story. The parents will go out there just act the plum fool with the teacher, with the principal, everybody, and come to find out later, your child is the one that started all this. Your child is being bad, misbehaving, don't want to listen to nobody, just pretty much want to do what he or she want to do. And you mean to tell me you condone it to the point that you sit up there arguing with them for something that your child did? No. And these same mothers, or not, or fathers, when it comes to PTA meetings and things like that, they won't show up. But as soon as they hear something bad, they know their child, and everybody lying on their child. How ironic is that? They know their child didn't do this, everybody lying on their child, and blah, 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 blah. How ironic is that? How ironic is that? But however, though, here's the main thing I want to point out right here. It's just amazing what one person can do to another person and pretty much turn their whole life around, you know, for better or worse. You know, one thing they can do is just turn everything around. For example, I got to use myself as an example again. My car. Had that car, little car get me from point A to point B. I ain't really had no problems with it. Minding my business. I ain't fucking with nobody else. But these knuckleheads, what they did to it, you know what I'm saying, turned my life around to where it's hard trying to get the car fixed, you know, due to the parts being on back order. But again, it was a gift because I went to the same people I got that car from. They was able to give me another car. But then again, it's a curse because now I'm stuck with 2 cars. And I'm giving this one back to the people who I'm paying the car notes to that one, which is probably going to hurt me in a sense, because I've done so well with getting my shit together, But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. But the point that I'm pointing out is how one thing a person can do to another person, how he can switch their whole demeanor. Just fucks everything up. Just fucks it up. And you feel violated when people do that. You feel violated when people disrespect you in that manner. You just feel violated. This is why I say, you could be the nicest person in the world. You could be the nicest person in the world. But a lot of times, that don't mean shit. Because people still won't be satisfied. Even if you give them the world and the moon, they still would not be satisfied. If you give them everything that they want, still won't be satisfied. Example, the 10-year-old who killed his mom. And when we heard their story, they said they did everything for their boy. Everything a kid wanted. And you got some kids who are unfortunate to not get what he got. You got a lot of kids who want all of that. But he was getting that. But still wasn't satisfied. He felt like you supposed to jump when he say jump. Not when you ready to jump. And that's something that we got to put in place right now. Now that young man killed his mom to turn the whole family world around to the point that they really don't want nothing to do with him because he's just that dangerous. It could be a possibility with this 6-year-old now. It could be a possibility that nobody probably gonna want to deal with him now. Because now if he go this far when he get mad at somebody, he's probably gonna shoot him. And if that is the case, nobody want to deal with him. Because of that one thing he or she did turned the whole mountain around. And you can't just really blame people they don't want to deal with that. And like I saw some of y'all in my comments saying, hey, he shouldn't be allowed back in the school. I mean, I agree with that too. But here's the thing though. If he's dangerous like that and getting into altercation with grown people, then my question would be, where can he go to get his lessons at? Where can he go? Because at the end of the day, if that's the attitude he's carrying around, if I get into it with somebody, I'm going to shoot him, then nobody's going to be safe. Just like the 10-year-old, nobody's going to be safe. Not no school, no daycare, no babysitter. Nobody's going to be safe. Everybody's going to be on eggshells. It's going to eventually come to a point, whoever in his face is going to come to a life and death situation. Either he's going to get me or I'm going to get him if he's reaching for a weapon. It's going to come to that. I hope it doesn't, but it's going to come to that. All right? Because people ain't just going to sit up here and let you kill them. They're not going to sit up here and just let you harm them. A lot of people do believe in defending themselves. And it looks like now people, we have to defend ourselves from the young generation now. We got to defend ourselves against them. How crazy is that? This is 2023. We only 7 days in. Look at the chaos that's coming in already. All right? But to them parents, I'm not advocating them lose their child. But if it's y'all negligence, is how he got a hold of that gun. I guess this comes with the territory. But we just have to see what happened and hear the details of how that boy got the gun and hear the details of what's supposed to be this altercation he had with the teacher. I guess we just have to wait till all this come out. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for listening. Let me know y'all thoughts on this, and I'll catch y'all next time. All right? I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Peace out.